What a day. I am so tired and I feel like I want something good. I got my latest issue of Bon Appetit the other day, so I was, going through it and I saw this beautiful thing, if I can find it. This right here, Saucy Soy Butter Beef and Peppers. I had to make it. It's gonna be so good. Just a little bit of a disclaimer. I am not a pepper person. This recipe calls for shishito peppers and I'm not into it. So I am substituting an onion and snow peas for the peppers. And I also just had a complete brain moment and forgot the green onions. I don't know. Other than that, I think we're good. I've got some rice going in my rice cooker. Now I can prep. Here we go. Gonna start with my beef. Right here is a beautiful New York strip, but you can use anything you want really. This is bone in, so I'm gonna trim it up just a little bit because I want to cut this in very thin slices. Sometimes it's easier if you put your steak or meat in the freezer just for a little bit, just to firm it up a bit more. But if you have a good sharp knife, you should be good. I'm gonna put this into a bowl because I want to marinate this. Cornstarch, some soy sauce, and some vegetable oil. Get in there and give this a mix around. That cornstarch is really gonna help get a little bit of a crust on the steak, but also help thicken things up later. You're gonna let this sit for like 15-20 minutes. You can let it marinate for, I think, like up to 4 hours in the fridge. While my beef is doing its thing, I'm gonna make the sauce, soy sauce. Recipe calls for oyster sauce, but I don't have any. I have hoisin, so I'm gonna go with that. Some white sugar, some distilled white vinegar, cornstarch, and some water. Give that a mix around. Let all the sugars dissolve and set this aside. Now I'm gonna prep my veggies. So like I said before, no peppers here, but I'm doing an onion and snow peas that I think I'm just gonna slice up kind of in bigger chunks. When I saute these, I don't want them completely done. I want them a little bit crunchy still. I have my snow peas and I'm never quite sure how to trim these things up. Like, do you take the end off and just leave the other end and just like leave them like that? I feel like I want to. That's what I'll do. Onions, my snow peas, my beef, my sauce. I think we're good to go. I forgot to prep my other stuff. I have to get some garlic going, ginger, and I'm gonna pull out my butter, finish off the sauce with some butter, which makes it like really velvety and luscious. Lots of garlic. If I can get it off of the bulb. Thought you'd get away. Easiest way for me to peel garlic, just give it a little smash and the peels just come right off. Got some ginger here. It's fresh, peeled, sliced, and if it looks kind of funky, I froze it. I like to keep it in the freezer. That way I always have it. It doesn't go bad. I'm gonna chop this pretty finely. Secret weapon, cold butter. So I'm gonna explain my course of action because once I get over the stove, it's just gonna be loud and messy and I don't wanna try to talk over it. What we're gonna do is cook off the beef first in a nice large skillet, a little bit of vegetable oil, all one layer. If you have to do this in batches, go for it. We want a good crust on the side. Cook it for like 2-3 minutes. And then once it's pretty pale on top, we're not gonna flip it, and take it out of the pan. Then fry off my onions and my snow peas. Then we'll add the garlic and ginger, add in the sauce, put the beef back in, cook off the rest of the beef, and then we will stir the butter in fast, and then, it'll emulsify and bring the sauce together. And that's dinner. So let's get over to the stove because I'm hungry. Also, I forgot to mention that I will link the recipe down below in the description. Bon Appetit's recipes are always killer. I don't know what they're doing over there, but it's the right thing, and everything tastes so delicious. I never go wrong with a Bon Appetit recipe. See that color? That's what you're looking for. And that is dinner. Look at how thick and glorious that sauce is. Oh, guys, I forgot the butter. I'm gonna turn the heat off and pop in my butter and stir that around until that is all melted. And now she's done. Let's plate it up. It is time. I am so excited. This smells so good. The mouth jets are going. Look. It's gonna burn my mouth off. It is so good. That beef is something else. The way that it is so crunchy on the outside, but it's still kind of sauced up, but it's crispy and tender. And that sauce is something else. It was really actually very easy to throw together. The prep took longer than the cooking, so this makes it a great weeknight meal. Anyway, you have to try this. The veggies are still crunchy, but they're a little soft. And I'm sure you have most of the stuff in your pantry anyway. Give it a try and enjoy. Oh, I had a piece of garlic in my hair the whole time. Why didn't anyone tell me?